What's up, friendly neighborhood nerds? If you want to hear interviews from industry pros, get first looks, and have access to endless comic content, wake up. Please wake up. You're in a coma. Your mother misses you.
Whoa, what's up, friendly neighborhood nerds? Unfortunately, Judah was unable to make it. This is Judog, and I'm relishing the opportunity to introduce you to the rest of our panel for our All-Hallows Eve special. So we're gonna get into some pretty...
dog?
yeah. Nothing. Just trying to catch up with what's going on.
Hey.
I'm gonna give you epilepsy here as I get this going. Here we go. Boom.
What's going on over there? Robo.
What?
up?
What?
What's going on
What's
here?
going on? What's up?
What happened to Robo?
I don't know. You guys, I'm right here.
What are all these transitions that are going on? Amazing.
Amazing.
What are you?
Is it a
Princess
troll?
Robo the troll?
Oh, you're a troll.
Troll.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Oh.
get it. That's
Duh.
funny.
Of course.
That's
Cool.
good.
And then I see we have some various other characters populating this this live stream. Is that a Jedi or a Sith that I see?
Jedi, of course.
Okay.
You know, maintaining balance throughout the galaxy,
we've
indoctrinating
got enough-
children.
Enough
Okay.
Sith Lords in the fucking White House right now. I think we need a few more Jedi.
How many human
Excellent.
beings have you bought to join your religion? Children on other planets that may be special.
Definitely not over like $2,000 in lightsabers.
If you're such a Jedi, do you even have like a lightsaber?
Do I?
Hey!
Wait.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to say this seems really irresponsible.
My parents are super proud of me.
Yeah.
It seems really
They
irresponsible.
just hear it in the middle of the
house.
night, and they're like, "Stop it!"
Honestly, I would fuck someone that had a lightsaber like that. If it was like first date, have you pulled with that lightsaber?
These robes have seats and things, I'm not gonna lie.
So
How do you think they bagged Dakota?
That's right.
What are you doing later? I don't know. I'm probably just gonna whoa.
They literally
Hanging out with
picture
you.
of robes, though. And then a message of I responded to him because he said I like your Jedi robes and not like it was actually something nice. And I was just like, oh, that's wow.
Cute.
I like Jedis too.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
That's true love
Nice.
right there.
that is true. That's what we're all looking for.
So like, yeah, you're 100% right, Robo.
I don't know how
So
people with long hair do this, but it's really annoying.
It suits you. I feel like you
Yeah.
should keep it.
Yeah,
I like Halloween, but it's also the sweaty holiday for me.
That's right.
Like anytime I think of Halloween, I think of being in a costume and sweating bullets for hours on end.
Here's what I dislike about Halloween.
We're in Australia.
It's a what?
We're in
Hot-
Hawaii.
It's hot here.
We're in Hawaii.
Yeah, it's Yeah, it's like actually hot here.
Oh, excuse me.
Yesterday,
only-
I was sweating and watching a hailstorm at the same time, and I'm like, how is this physically fucking possible?
I saw that. It was at your parents' backyard, right? When you were visiting your parents. It actually looked like the start of a scary movie. I was looking at that, and it's so wildernessy that I was like, something's gonna come out of those woods one day and eat you all. That's not.
If a piece of hail hits you in the head, could you die?
Yes. We actually had a story with Brisbane hailstorm. Do you remember that back when that mother protected her baby in the back seat and she looked like she'd taken a beating at the end of it because she like had to wrap herself around, all her windows shattered, and so she was just getting like pummeled with
Parties
ice
in
from
the
the sky.
chat.
I
Oh, wow.
remember that was a bad storm.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's fucked. Anyway, the thing I hate about Halloween is I'm always the worst, and I always go get my costume at the last minute. And hey!
That was for Polly. Polly's here.
When I fucking go to the shops and there's girls on Halloween, because yesterday for us was Halloween, wearing their amazing outfits, and I have to look at these 60-year-old men just like staring staring in the fucking it's revolting.
That will not be 60-year-old Robo. My appeal towards women will just drop the fuck off and I'll be like, oh,
that's right.
I will not.
Yeah.
Look, no, I won't
You'll
go.
only
I will
look
not
at
go. I don't
women your
go
own
now,
age.
So I would never go. So
that's right.
What's on the agenda here? What are we doing?
So we're gonna go through intros. We have some people that have never been on our live stream before. So starting with Rebecca, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Beck is good.
Beck is good. So tell us a little bit about yourself, please.
Okay, so I'm Beck. I'm one of Ree's friends, and I'm a Twitch streamer. So I play video games, I do makeup stuff, and I do that on Twitch. So that is what I do. And obviously I do a bit of cosplay stuff. This is a costume I already had. I didn't do it specifically for this. But I did a bunch of trick-or-treating last night. Well, we gave out candy, myself and my friend, and he was Pennywise, and we tag teamed to scare the kids. So that was fun.
That's pretty cool.
But,
that's pretty cool. They're doing trick-or-treating out there, huh?
Yeah, I'm surprised how many people. It was storming, there was hail, it was raining. It was like the wet apocalypse last night, and the kids were loving it. So,
fun fact,
they were just coming out in cars.
For my vagina, the wet apocalypse. That's the same name.
Huh.
Yeah. Oh dear. But yeah, it was I was dressed as like a goth possessed lady, and I was just standing in the middle of the yard out the front, completely still. And so people weren't sure if I was real or not. And then I would move and scare them. And then my friend was in a full Pennywise outfit, and he had helium balloons and was giving them out, and yeah, between the two of us, it was lots of fun. So
I feel like that's important because, like, do any of us really know if we're real or not? We need to start fucking with kids early so that they start having these existential crises out of their way.
100%.
You
start whispering.
Get them prepared.
You whisper in their ears as they go away, like you handing out candy, and then you lean in and you're like, "Ask your parents if they could prove this isn't a simulation." Just
this world is a motherfucker, kids.
They'll always be prepared for a creepy goth lady in the bushes jumping out of them.
That's right.
Always.
Right.
That's just the way of the
Aramis, Nerdette's Nude Stand. What's going on? Happy Halloween, Nerdette.
Happy Halloween. So, Glynis, I know I think you joined us a long time ago, but you want to just to remind everyone in the chat about you and yourself and stuff.
Hi.
Who is anyone?
I'm Glynis.
Get us in the ballpark of where you are.
I don't know. I'm around the IFLC Facebook. Mostly, I pop into Ree's streams. But yeah, mostly there. I'm an enthusiast of many things.
Glynis is like, just if you look up "good person" in the dictionary, there's just a picture of Glynis in there. That's Glynis.
I thought you looked familiar.
Cool. Well, that's Bun. So moving on. We're gonna get into what everybody's reading. Well, like just to start this thing off, let's talk about what everybody's reading, watching, playing, and stuff like that. I'll go ahead and kick it off. So this week I read The Last Ronin by Tom Waltz, Kevin Eastman, and Peter Laird. So two of those guys are the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles dudes. So, and I thought it was totally rad. It's probably my favorite thing I've read in a long time, and I've been dreaming about it. I've been having dreams about The Last Ronin.
Yeah.
Which I guess that's weird, but I don't know. Something about this story just hit me just right. Did you guys get a chance to check this bad boy out?
Definitely one of my favorite reads of the year. It might be my favorite read of 2020. It's funny. We will do no spoilers here. We won't even dance around spoilers because I need everyone to just go in. Everybody knows that the premise is
turtle's a ninja.
There's
I'm sorry.
And
sorry.
It's a turtle. So, and based off the feet, I'm pretty sure it's a tortoise. But anyways, the thing is but here's the deal. So we know that, as far as all the marketing goes, this one turtle, and he's wearing all the weapons. So it's like, which turtle is this? It seems like he's by himself. What the fuck is going on? And there's all these guesses for which turtle can it be? And just the whole story and the way it's told. And then, of course, the ending will tell you. And it's just so good. And I know I heard somebody say earlier that, like, well, if you think you know, you might not know. But I'm like, I mean,
maybe you know.
There's a 75% chance you're wrong, but you gotta.
I got a lot of questions for Kevin Eastman. I hope I get an opportunity to talk to him about it at some point. Actually,
speaking
Robo,
of
that was
which,
your chance.
Segue.
Speaking of which, we will be talking to Kevin Eastman on the 8th. So we have him for 12 minutes. So we're gonna ask a lot of questions about The Last Ronin. So it's pretty exciting. I also read Giga from Alex Packnadell. He's our buddy. He was just on our live stream, and Giga's finally out. I had to get a copy. I already read it on PDF, but I had to get a copy, and it's pretty awesome. I got the standard cover, but I kind of want to go back and find that cover, that variant, because I really love that variant. They were out when I went.
I bet you.
That's totally fair. That's fucking dope. Also, I didn't make it in quick enough, but for anyone that's worrying about 12 minutes with Eastman, that's like 3 times as long as Judah normally takes, so don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
Right. It'll definitely be a marathon for me.
Life is a race.
12 minutes is a very specific amount of time.
Yeah.
That's actually accurate.
Minutes.
It's actually accurate as far as Kevin Eastman goes. Like, I'll get back to the joke in a second, but the Kevin Eastman, you asked him there, and his I think it's his wife who does the scheduling, and she's like, well, you have 12 minutes, and they try to get everybody in, so they're like, okay, 12 minutes.
They get
some questions.
They get press requests all the time, so 2 times a year they are like, okay, for a marathon Zoom session, we're gonna handle all of these press requests from podcast and YouTube weenies like us.
Nuts. Yeah.
So
getting back to the joke. Life is a race.
I have sex fast.
Life is a race. Don't get mad because I win every time. Okay? No. Go ahead. I'm like,
it's
done. Woo!
That's right.
I think I broke a record.
Everyone
there, guys.
knows sex is always a race. Yeah. That's how it works.
Another thing I read, and then I'll be done with me. We can move on to Robo. He's got some stuff here. But the last thing I read. 3 Jokers. I finished 3 Jokers. I read the 3rd part of that, and I got some majorly mixed feelings about this run. When I closed. So here's the deal, and I'll make it fast. When I closed Volume 3 of the 3 Jokers, and I was like, holy fuck, because the last 2 pages is a mindfuck, especially if you're a fan of like the Killing Joke and like kind of like that older. Like Batman lore going back to like the Killing Joke. It really closes some loops and retcons some of it, so it's kind of like a whoopoo. But I thought the second issue of this mini was insanely boring. So it was just like a zombie thing with like no exposition, just action.
What do you think they were trying to do with that? Why did that exist that way?
The second issue? Because I think they made a lot more money off 3 issues than they would have off of 2. I think that's really what it was. It was like, hey, this is a 2-issue story. You mind just throwing in like some Joker zombies in issue 2? Yeah. Sure.
Hey, so do you want to record a spoiler-filled episode about the 3 Jokers tomorrow?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Let's spoil it. Spoil the fuck out of it. I'm not going to spoil it right now.
Nope, not here.
Because people do not consent to be spoiled, but tomorrow. There will be
when he gets consent, you better watch out.
A great spoiling
and then
is about to occur.
What am I reading? Well, let me tell you. I'll fucking tell you. I went into so basically all 3 of those really good, especially Giga. It was Giga. What was the other one? Fire Stick.
It's Giga. Thank you very much.
Hika. What is the Red Fork, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I don't have a picture for it. Sorry. Google it.
Not out yet.
Giga not out. Red Fork pre-read with the early review.
Fucking sick.
So good. So good.
It's
And
so
the
good.
ending, let me tell you what the ending is. It's really good. All right. I'm not going to spoil it. Just kidding. But then we...
Didn't you say you read Planet Paradise? I've been kind of looking forward to that. What's that like?
Are you segueing for me? Are you like moving me along? Is that what you're doing? Huh? Is that what's going on here? Let's go. Come on.
No.
I'm kidding.
Let's go back to Giga.
So, Planet Paradise. So Image sent us some early release reviews, and finally, without being prompted by Judah and Ree, I actually read them on my own without an episode come out. Yeah. So you guys, I'm growing. Oh, you want one? Here we go. All right. So
why does that get you so hype?
the three that I got are woo! You gotta chug it and smash it against your forehead.
Oh. Feel the beast.
So Jesse Lonergan, we know him from, what was the other one with the wordless one?
It was called
Polyhedron or
it was called
Hedra. Yeah. So he comes out with another one in Paradise. The panel layout is the same. The art is great because it's the same artist, because it's Jesse Lonergan, so it's gonna be the same. But if you liked Hedra, then you're gonna love this. The way that the art attaches to other panels, and then there's just like this arc. It's so good. It's really good. This one actually has some dialogue.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah. It's actually really good. But it's funny because it's still in the same kind of spirit where the dialogue is... It didn't have to be there, and it's not every single panel. It's just every now and then someone's talking, and there's a little bit of conversation, but it's still
Someone
very...
lets out a little fuck.
Yeah.
I like minimal dialogue.
Yeah.
To be frank, I really like minimal dialogue.
You're kind of
selling us
very
that now.
textured. I'm enjoying the texture of the hot dog.
That's not the first time Beck said that sentence.
It's like it's like someone with no teeth tried to like bite into it first, and they're like, "Fuck it, I can't get into this." All right. So, here's another one. On the notes there, who writes this?
Marjorie Liu.
Nope. Universe.
Marjorie Liu.
It's on the screen.
Oh, Albert Montes.
So here's another writer and artist, and let me tell you, I know that we're getting into a lot of this whole Black Mirror, technology will kill you. Do we really understand what direction we're going in? Sort of stuff. There's a lot of it, and some people have said that
Jeff Goldblum stuff.
Yeah, and here's more of it, but it's different and it's really good. It's funny. It's really funny, and it's great, and it's not out yet, so I can't really say anything about it. And then trust
Should
me,
pre-order it.
It's so good. Pre-order it, yeah. And then, of course, Marjorie Liu comes out with a little mini. I need to hot button this thing. Yeah, no, I know. We all love Marjorie Liu. So Monstrous is out.
Game now.
What's that? Yeah. She comes out with a little. This is issue 1 of Talk Stories. This little mini, and so most people know that I'm a cosmic superhero. Love, let's talk about the universe ending. And so I read Monstrous. I'm like, this is good. She's good, but not really my thing. I'm not really into like drama and stuff like that, right? This is good. I'm
not really into drama, he says. There's like magic and monsters and fucking Cthulhu type thing. I'm not really into like drama.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It's slow.
Drama.
You're just not
It's
comfortable
slow.
with people talking about their feelings.
Shut the fuck up. It's slow. That's all it is for me. It's just I need it faster, and I think it's maybe because I don't know. Maybe I have a smooth brain. Maybe I need stuff spelled out to me. I don't fucking know. I just know that it's a little slow in my opinion, but this one's a little tearjerker. So if you get a chance to read this one, it's really good. It's sad. So if you like being
You know
sad,
it's really
just
good.
fucking
The
read
other
it.
series.
Huh?
It's also really good. It's one of the best things I've ever read.
Monsters?
It's so yeah. I love, like, the reason I think people love anime, right, is like it captures this entire culture of like we got fucked by a bomb and we have to recover from that, right? Like that's still so present in everything they create, and you can feel that with her and China and the like atrocities that were committed during the war with her grandparents that she knows about. It comes through in the story. It feels really deep to me.
That's right.
Meaningful.
Yeah, no, that's good. I'm gonna give an Ainsley answer. I'm really glad you like it. When I saw her post about Hereditary and that being overrated, I was like,
yeah, that
so
hurt.
good,
That hurt me
though.
too. I was like, that's one of my favorite
Yeah, I'm like,
horror movies of all time.
And then she does this whole like, she's like, oh, it's okay.
It's hard when people invalidate things you really enjoy.
Yeah.
And then they're just like,
we all relate to that as women. But I think Glynis is actually on the Hereditary was overrated train.
I just didn't understand it.
I think it's really divisive because of the turn it takes sort of halfway through, right?
I'm gonna be honest. I stopped paying attention about 20 minutes.
There you go. We've got the true answer right here. What does chat think? Does chat enjoy it? Because the thing is, I watched this
Jude, I
movie.
think you're
I
muted.
had just filmed like a day of porn. Like not me personally, but I was filming, and we were exhausted, and we were in this hotel bed. It was me and the two actors either side of me, just trying to go to sleep.
I bet.
And one of the actors was like, "Have you seen Hereditary?" And both of us were like, "No." And it was like we were exhausted, and it was like a hard day's work. Ew. And watch this fucking movie, and by the end, we're all looking at each other like, "What the fuck? What the fuck? It's so fucked up."
Hey, Judah,
It
say
fucks with
something.
my head.
Hey, can you guys hear him? I
Oh.
cannot.
No.
Are you muted? Can you hear us?
Oh shit! I was muted.
Yeah.
I was spitting red hot fire too.
Yeah, it was
That's what I'm
funny.
saying.
I bet you those puns were like, just on.
They're the best puns.
They were the best puns
So-
we'll ever hear. You can't even repeat them.
I think it was like talk about a hot doggy situation or something. I don't know.
Oh.
I'm working on it. But yeah, I liked Hereditary a lot as a horror movie. It left me feeling dirty, which I think is good because I think that was the intent.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the whole thing was like very. It felt like what it feels like when you go into the fridge to get some milk and you forget to look at the expiration date and you just take a sniff and it just makes you reel back and you're like, ugh, gross. Like
I don't know
that's
if you
kinda
guys
how they-
noticed too. One thing I really like about movies is when like shit that they show you is really intentional, and like obviously they've got that symbol that keeps popping up. But every shot where there's like objects and shit, there's always 6 objects. Like they've done the counting for each setup shot where it's like everything's very occult. The number 6 reoccurs over and over again. Like it's just feels like Satan's talking to you through it sometimes.
Yeah, hell yeah. I know exactly what you mean. Like that what you just said, the whole dirtiness of it. I mean, you know what it was like. What I liked was The Witch. Like watching The Witch.
The Vavitch.
The Vavitch, yeah.
The Witch.
The Vavitch.
Yes.
Two
The fun.
So talking to the goat and ending up in the woods, and then her floating, like all that stuff is just like. So I like stuff like that kind of makes you like feel super creepy at the end. You're like, what's going on?
That whole movie, I love. Recently, was it the same director that did The Lighthouse?
Okay.
As The Witch?
Yeah. No.
Okay, I'll have to look it up. I know they did something impactful as well.
The Lighthouse.
But watched The Lighthouse recently,
what did you think
and it was
about
the same feeling. Sorry, go ahead.
What did you think about The Lighthouse?
I loved it. My parents hated it, but they don't tend to like art house. I loved it. What did you think?
It was
about
the giant vagina mermaid that did it for you, wasn't it?
I gotta watch this movie.
5 stars. 5 stars. I was like on the edge between 4 and 5,
like,
but
yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, giant vagina.
I don't know either. So.
What's that?
So,
Good.
Glenn
Yeah,
Diggity.
Same director.
Oh, it is.
Glenn
it is
Diggity.
Okay.
What? Oh, I was gonna say, what have you been reading and watching?
I swear to God, I didn't coordinate this with any of these people. So
It's the Trolls. It's the Trolls comic book.
I'm reading the Marjorie Lee.
Nice.
Yes.
That's awesome.
That's so good.
Hell yeah.
That's so
No,
good.
This is my outside of X-Men Red, this is my first experience with like X-23. So it might not be the best place to start, but it's what I have.
It's not, but it's still good.
I just ordered Innocence Lost I got a copy off eBay.
That's the one. That's the one. Yes, that's a very good miniseries.
So yeah, I'm probably doing it like in reverse order, but like I couldn't wait any longer. I wanted to read it.
Nice.
I regret nothing.
That's fair. You read what makes you happy. That's what it should be. IMO.
A Jew dog relish. Ace is. This is how you do it. Why is it whenever Ree or anyone else does it, I'm like, that's good. But when is it? Just take notes. Let's be frank. Judah looks like a real wiener.
He looked like he had a foreskin situation going on before. He like pulled it up over his chin.
There we go.
I'll show you. This is how the costume's
is that a
supposed
Jewish
to
joke?
be.
Circumcised or uncircumcised?
Oh my god. I was wondering if
like
that was the way it was meant to be.
You need to leave it like that now.
It's too hot.
Put your face.
It's too
looks
hot.
so scary in there. Why does he hunch over like that?
Hold on a second.
Yeah,
hold on
I
a
think he
second.
thinks.
A smoking dog now.
Let me tell you, if I ever bite into a hot dog and smoke comes out the middle, there's a problem. I'm like, oh, I've been poisoned.
If there's a face, it's like.
Now, if there's a face, there's no problem with that.
Either.
Like, that's fine. I'm good with faces.
It's so hot. I'm schwitzing in there.
You remind me of that Ace Ventura scene.
Yeah, the rhino.
Comes out the elephant's ass.
Oh shit.
It's hot.
Oh, this has a ponytail.
So, Beck.
Hell yeah. Ace also says you're the worst. But like, get it?
But she's got to. It's got to be like a. You're the worst.
No, like
you're the
WUST, like brat words.
You're the worst.
This is a bit of a sausage fest. This live.
I'm about to shut this whole motherfucker down.
No,
I have the control
outnumbering
to do
the
that.
boys.
Oh, my pun goes undesired. Sorry, what were we up to? Was someone saying what they were reading?
We're kind of in a pickle, but the next was going to be Beck.
Yeah, Beck, what are you doing? What are you watching?
Why does this generate so much anger? I need to talk to
So
somebody about
this month has been, since I'm a Twitch streamer, I've mostly been streaming and watching other people's streams. And so most people this month have been playing spooky games.
Yes.
Cute.
Has been awesome. So a lot of people have been playing Phasmophobia, which is you can play with other people. They can tap into your game. I attempted a game called Pacify, and I died 3 times, shit my pants, and gave up. So I did. I spent about 40 minutes doing the makeup of the main scary character, and then I intended on obviously streaming the game, and yeah, it was too scary. I gave up.
Phasmophobia.
Yeah, so I've mainly just been watching other people play scary games because it's less scary when you're dealing with the game and doing chat, so you're not getting quite the same jump scares. But one thing I really enjoy is a lot of people in Twitch have a lot of sound notifications set up so that you can send them scare noises while they're playing.
Oh, hell yeah.
So it's very immersive. And so we feel like we're interacting with them in the process. So it's fun to make our favorite Twitch streamers shit their pants as they're playing. But so Halloween's finished, and most people are not doing spooky games as of today. But me, I do it all the time, so it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
What do you like to play?
I like the hat.
Is there a pun with this thing, the glass hat thing?
What's that, sorry?
Is there a pun that goes along with this costume change, Judah?
Yeah, the hat.
I ain't Judah. This is Johnny Alabama.
Oh god.
There's no
Johnny Alabama in the house.
Hot dogs?
Continue.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Go ahead, Homo Bunny.
So I play PlayStation 4 and a lot of Steam games. So I've been playing like Diablo. I've been playing a lot of older games. So Diablo 3, Ni no Kuni 2. So I've just been going through those. I find they're a bit easier to play while also trying to chat with people. I'm fairly new, so I'm still getting used to the gaming and chatting at the same time. So anyway, hopefully I'll get better at it.
Can people find you at homo_bunny, just like how it's on the screen?
Homo_bunny on Twitch.
Boom.
So
I think I follow you.
Yeah, that's what I do. I think Ree, you are up. What are you up to?
Oh, well, I haven't been reading this lately, but like I brought this because it's an amazing horror comic, and I feel like it needs to be talked about.
Nice.
It's called Colder.
Yeah.
And it's got a
that looks awesome.
It's fucking dope. It's fucking sick.
Is he sticking his fingers into his face?
Yeah, man. Check that out.
Eye socket. It looks like it's up in his eye.
Yeah, man. It's all up in there.
Oh, it is.
Check it out.
Wow.
So, like, this is written by Paul Tobin. It's about this dude that breaks out of an insane asylum, and he's, like, almost comatose, and they find out that he's being possessed. So this is, like, the main dude that's on the cover. And then there's, like, a antagonist named Jack, who it's really reminiscent to me of Hellblazer, because it's like really mystical, magical, demony. There's other realms you can explore type deal, but the horror and the body horror in it is amazing. It's so good. Recommend.
Nice. So starting with Ree, what is your favorite horror comic of all time?
Oh, can that be my answer?
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Already it's reached all-time status. Okay.
Done and dusted.
Okay. What's your second favorite horror comic of all time?
Man, I love Hellblazer. Is that technically horror?
Sure.
Yeah.
I like Swamp Thing as well. Like any classic Swamp Thing I'm into. I like kind of mystical, trippy art type horror. And cosmic horror. There's a lot of good space horror out there, sci-fi, if you look for it.
What's that Cullen Bunn? I'm brain farting right now. The one with the skin boy and the witch.
Harrow
County.
Yeah.
So
I keep calling Lovecraft Country County. Oh my god, how good is Lovecraft Country?
So good.
That's hard for me to say.
So good.
I started watching that. I'm halfway through, and then I started reading the dude's book. Called Set This House in Order, and it's the same guy that wrote Lovecraft Country, but this one's about multiple personality disorder, and it's fucking really good.
What do you guys think about /Ace Springs Up?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love exploitative tongue-in-cheek when it's like done right.
Right.
When they're self-aware.
But this bad boy.
Sexy. Look at both of you.
Yeah. These are good stuff. This is dope. This is dope. I had to buy it because
Drip.
Yeah. You know, we're gonna find a splash that I know there was a splash in the PDF that we got, the early review. I'm just gonna keep saying that. It's I'm flexing, by the way. If anybody hasn't figured it out.
In the early review that we got.
In the early review that we got with the that we get from Image.
Yes.
You know, we get it from Image and Valiant, and it's a whole thing.
It's no big deal.
We get comic books early, and let me tell you about these comic books.
I've brought it up so many times in like family conversation. I'm like, yeah, we're on some. Oh wow.
That's the winning panel. I love, or that splash page. I love that.
Well, this is second. Here's the one I know you love. Here's another one. No spoilers, but it's a one-page splash. I wish they had made it a two-pager. But check this out. When the three wives, the three wives are stabbing Dracula, and that is so good. The reds and stuff.
That's sweet.
This art is so dope.
That's so cool. Glynis, what's your favorite horror comic? Do you like reading horror?
I'm sitting here desperately trying to think of a single horror comic I've ever read.
Yeah. Because I go through phases. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, give me horror all the time, and then I destroy my soul, and I'm like, only Lumberjanes.
I'm like just maybe the past 3 years finally getting into horror as a genre period. Like Stephen King, I finally started reading.
Nice.
And like I'm finally starting to watch horror movies because I've learned I don't get as scared as I did when I was 7.
Yeah.
Nice.
I miss that.
I think I
miss
need
being
that.
scared.
That's why I need that level of disturbance, right? I need that level of like I want to kind of feel not Serbian, not a Serbian film level. That was like I got out of that. I was actually literally like mad at myself. For
Nauseating.
Yeah,
that was a nauseating movie.
I'm like, what the fuck was that? But if you can get me,
he's purging.
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
No fringe.
If
You'll need to teach him how to wear wigs.
Yeah, without it.
I don't think it's how he's wearing the wig. I think it's the wig itself.
This is literally, I think it might be squirrel hair quality. This is real stuff here. Anyways.
Is that the color that squirrels are over there?
No.
Yeah. Pink Hawaiian
I think
squirrels.
we kind of match right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
This is the most hideous wig I own. This is the cheapest and crappiest, like, dollar store wig.
Oh, well,
that was just normal hair in the 90s.
Yeah.
That was like
wow,
just
that's really
how
good.
people look.
That's really good. Man, what was I in the middle saying? I totally forgot. And then my hair distracted me with my gags.
Oh shit! I got distracted by your blowjob noises.
What? That? Yeah. Clearing my throat. I don't think I've had... If I heard that, I'm like, what are you doing? What's going on down there? I don't...
Serbian film, not so good, but you need trauma.
So I need disturbing. I need to end the film and like the ending of The Witch, the car scene in Hereditary, like things like that, because I don't believe in ghosts and shit like that, and monsters. I'm not a kid, so like Chucky doesn't do anything for me. Gremlins, Pumpkinhead, I just watched. I'm like, I cannot believe how fucking traumatized I was when I watched Pumpkinhead. So Cullen Bunn brought up Pumpkinhead and said it's like one of his favorite horror movies. I remember
he said it was a perfect movie.
Yeah, and I said to my listen, I doubt he's watching our live, but let me just say, if he was on here, I would tell him. For an accomplished writer and someone I'm a big fan of, I'm very disappointed in how much you love Pumpkinhead, because it is kind of a bad movie, as most 80s horror is. So I watch it, and I remember when I'm like 8 years old, 9 years old, Pumpkinhead is traumatizing. Are you... Judah, you just shaking your leg? Just tell me you're shaking your leg.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
shaking my leg.
Okay.
I'm not masturbating, I promise. I'm not pulling a tube in.
I'm sorry, I was distracted. I was like, what's going on over here?
You guys hear about that? Everybody knows about that, right?
Yes. Yeah. On the Zoom.
He thought the camera's off, and then he just starts going,
oh yeah.
Oh!
It's jiggling your mustard, though.
The whole mustard.
That's what I'm doing. I'm just ready for this call to be over so I can go jiggle the old mustard. You know what I mean?
I hate it.
But anyways, yeah,
hey,
I need
Robo,
disturbance.
do you like Halloween? Because people say the same about that. They're like, it's a masterpiece, and I watch it. I'm like, this is boring as shit.
So I'm going through. So Halloween. You know what it is? I don't hate or like Halloween. I'm telling you, it is the like I'm not exactly a millennial, but let's just say let's pretend I am for a little bit. Let's say like I'm 2 years younger. But the millennial addiction to nostalgia, I share it. I get it. I understand. But I don't think people are being very honest with themselves when they say.
Is it a millennial addiction or a human addiction? We all just want to feel like children again, right?
I mean, I'm sure that if I went back 50 years, people would love that. But I don't know. I think there is something to be said. I mean, there's a lot of memes and skits about it. Like you don't see Gen Xers and Boomers, talking about like these shows, like the making, like the next best thing in the world. Like millennials really love their fucking 90s and 80s movies, you know what I mean? And,
but you go to like a boomer and you're like they're not going to be like, oh, the fucking Mickey Mouse show, I love that show.
Like they don't make shows like the Mickey Mouse show anymore. Like I need Rocky and Bullwinkle back. That's the fucking best cartoons out. Everything else is shit. Like boomers don't do that. Gen Xers do that.
Yeah, I think it's an attachment to the nostalgia more so than the actual content.
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah.
The actual content is pretty garbage, but it's attached to the memories and the feeling of the nostalgia more so than the actual value of the movies themselves.
So here's what has to happen. I think language is important, right? So if I tell you this is a awesome movie, right, and then I leave it at that, that's such a subjective term that now before you watch it, all the expectations you're gonna have is based off of how you interpret awesome, right? And now I'm gonna start watching it. Now, if people were less subjective terms and just said it's campy horror, it's your standard I'm gonna kill you because you had sex movie, and it's fun.
More descriptive words than just blanket feelings.
Right. And that's how I feel with a lot of different things, especially when it comes to like TV and movies. If I see a reboot, people automatically hate the reboot because most reboots, like for instance, I think a really good example is Star Trek. Trekkies hate the Star Trek movie. I watched the new Star Trek movies. I'm like, this is dope. Like, what? I don't get it. Like, this is great because I watched Star Trek. I need it to be a certain way. I watch the movies. It's not that way anymore. It's written differently. It's styled differently, and I need it to be the way I want it. Right. So, yeah, I mean, Halloween, Friday the 13th.
People think that ruins the integrity of the original content.
Yeah, but it's just
which you can enjoy it at face value. You don't need to.
That's right. And
well, it's like you get a certain thing out of something that you like, and that's why you like that thing. And then something comes out that doesn't have that thing. So that's just. I think
it's valid. So, but here's the thing that I'm gonna say that the other side won't. I think it's valid when people are disappointed that a reboot is not done in the same spirit, right? But what the people who are upset won't accept is that it's valid for other people to like that, despite it not being the same spirit.
Gatekeeping sort of behavior,
right.
yeah.
Right. It's okay. That's exactly it. That's the line between not liking something and being a gatekeeper is you got to be able to not like something and still be okay with other people liking it.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it comes down to. I don't know why I did that.
That was weird.
So speaking of horror comics, I finally jumped on the Ice Cream Man train and started reading that.
It's good, right?
And it's so eerie. It's just eerie. It's like
I gotta go
it kind of reminds me of the Twilight Zone, sort of, in the sense that it's like
Is it an anthology or is it one book or?
It's episodic, so it starts off very episodic. Like there's some overarching plot elements, like the Ice Cream Man,
right?
But everything else is very much like a weird, horrifying thing happens in an episode. And the theme is suburbia. So think Twilight Zone with a focus on like Edward Scissorhands set pieces, like that kind of horror suburbia, horror-burbia. I don't know if there's got to be a name for that genre at this point. And it's creepy. It's creepy and fun. I like it.
I'm trying to find my my Ice Cream Man cover that I bought.
Why are the suburbs creepy?
It's
because they're filled with people whose eyes have lost their dreams.
I guess it depends on where you started, huh?
I think it's just when I think of the suburbs in a scary sense, I think of just like a quiet place where people kind of like Get Out. Like you get to like that Get Out area where you have no idea what's going on in their head, but they're all pantomiming this normalcy that's very like eerie and disingenuous.
Have you noticed like in horror settings too, like horror movies where they're in suburbia? So like Halloween, for example, is one. There's also that horror element of people that just don't care what's going on next door. Like you could be getting stabbed or shot to death and people are like so determined to have a normal evening that they stay stay inside.
Well, it's the whole Steppenwolf thing, right? It's the whole
I hear screaming, but I can't do anything about it because I'm still eating my meatloaf, which is fabulous, honey.
You know who does it? Do you know who does it perfectly? And I wish I had
Tim Burton.
I wish I had looked it up before I said that sentence because now I'm just gonna leave you hanging.
Well, Babysitter does it as well on Netflix. Those two new movies with the actress is Australian. I can never remember her name, but she's excellent. She's also in Ready or Not, which I watched recently, which is also a really good horror movie. It's fun.
There was a movie that just recently came out, and it's about suburbia. but they're like trapped in this neighborhood, and you find out some shit's going on, and they're like in this whole neighborhood by themselves. I'm gonna find.
Is it Jim Carrey? Is it Jim Carrey in it?
No. No.
Is it the Truman Show?
No. Vivarium.
I haven't seen that. I don't think.
Hold on. Make sure this is it. I think this is it. Vivarium. I kind of want to put the trailer on the screen right now. Yeah, that's what it is.
Do it.
Ooh. Did you just moon me?
I just mooned you.
You mooned everyone.
I did.
Terms of servicery.
You guys.
It's a full moon and it's
to...
Halloween. Isn't it full moon in Taurus or some shit? No wonder everyone's fucking nuts today.
So, I know Ree and Robo knows while Robo's looking the thing up. Just real quick, I know you guys are aware, but I just finished watching all of The Good Place, and I really love that show. It's a great show. I have one issue. I have one issue with it, and my one issue is having a rusty blade jammed up your ass is infinitely worse than being surrounded by a bunch of annoying assholes.
Yeah.
And the show acts like those things are comparable. Real hell would be like someone takes a saw and tries to fit it into your urethra.
Excuse me, I'm a masochist, and hell is subjective, but I could see Glynis raising their hand to say something.
Glynis,
no, I haven't seen the last season yet.
Oh.
No spoilers.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you have seen the first season, so right?
Oh yeah.
So check this out. So just based off of what we already know. What's that?
Oh, sorry. I was saying it was still relevant what he said about the first season. Continue on.
Yeah. So I exactly. I would say I like what they did with it though. Like whether I agree or whether or not I would have a different idea, I liked what he said. And actually, me and you have had this conversation. Even a rusty saw blade being pulled in and out of my urethra is still gonna be like meh after fucking 72 billion years. Like. Yeah,
that's true.
It's like, what do you do? How do you keep
loosen up? Like throwing a hot dog down the hallway.
Yeah. I mean, even
like
if they figure out a way to...
Day one is like, ah!
Yeah.
Day 5 billion is like, you're talking to the demon like, so what else do you do?
And then the demon's like, does this not hurt anymore? I'm like, oh no, it's excruciating. This hurts like a bitch. I like the way that you guys kept the nerve endings alive. But I've been feeling it for 72 billion years now. It's eternal. Yeah. What do you want me to do?
The first time any of us open our eyes, it's excruciating because it's the first time seeing light. And think about how many times we open our eyes the rest of our lives. Like we get so desensitized the more things happen.
That's right.
It sucks that no one at our work watches The Good Place, because how funny would it be in the middle of a meeting to interrupt the meeting and be like, wait.
This is the bad place.
This is the bad place.
Hey, Judah, by the way, it's created by the same dude that created the fucking Office. So watch the fucking Office.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, you know what you should do?
The Office. Yeah.
On that note, you should watch the fucking Office. Like earlier, I wanted to bring up.
Halloween wish.
What? Man, what was
that's
it?
Your Halloween wish? Okay.
Yep,
if that's your Halloween wish.
I missed the opportunity, and then I'm like, at the time he's gone, I can't do it. But I wanted to call Bad Milk chunky lemon milk. And only like 3 people would have laughed. And yeah, see, you would have made that face. Other people would have laughed. Watch the fucking Office.
Okay. Chunky lemon milk.
Robo's hair is proof we're in the good place, says Ace.
That's right. I'm actually feeling this. I'm like, I'd like this down the eye.
I'm telling
thing.
you. Okay, so chat.
I'm enjoying the bangs. Yeah.
Chat and Glynis and Beck, tell me what you think about this, because I'm desperate to, 1, visit the United States again when it's not under dictatorship, and 2, when I get there, do these boys up in drag. I think they just both look amazing in drag.
I did the gender swap picture on my face, and I'm so hot as a chick.
He's cute. You have very low standards.
I want to be there just for like lessons to wear heels. Really. Yeah.
Still.
I sent a picture. I texted a picture of myself gender swap to a chick, to Robo, and he gets the text message and he goes, "Damn!" And then he replies like, "Zip fap." That's what he said. I was like, dude, it's me.
Send it to me. I'll put it. Send it to me. I'll put it on screen.
Say what?
Yeah.
Send it to me. Screenshot that. I'll put it on screen.
I had to delete it. It was
oh yeah, of course you did. Of course you did.
Crazy.
I mean, Robo just masturbates to the normal man photos anyway of you, so don't worry. It's all good.
I mean, I would totally admit it. I would totally admit it. That's how I know he's full of shit.
He sent me a voice message that I didn't save. In an Italian voice, he went, a zip and a fap. A zip and a fap.
Actually, it was like, listen, I know you told me that it was you. I just want to let you know, and I feel like I need to get your consent anyway. I'm still masturbating to this. Do you mind? And then he needed me to mail it to him, and so I put it in the mail. And when it got there, somebody had stolen it out of the mail. So it's a big whole controversy.
I like that story.
Tucker Carlson's been talking about it.
Our lives are completely off the rails, and yes, Carlson's been all over it. He's been he's been looking for material ever since the last shit he was talking about.
They searched the mailroom and all that stuff too. Did
the whole mailroom.
Did they find anything?
But here's the thing. Eventually, he's gonna find out that we're all full of shit and this recording doesn't exist. And so then he's gonna come out with another statement saying that we really should leave Robo Strange alone. He doesn't deserve this sort of attention because he knows he was full of shit anyway. This is still all about Judah's male-female swap gender thing. With the
I wasn't sure if we'd gone on another tangent.
No, I don't know what you're talking about, but we're talking about this.
Question for the panel: do any of you have a real-life horror story?
Well, hold on. Time out. I have the deal.
I was raped by my father. No, sorry, that's a bad joke.
Wait, every day.
Okay, let's go to. I don't know what to do. Do I laugh?
I'm not.
Let's see here. We're gonna change the scenes real quick. I'm gonna add a scene here. We're gonna do image setup. We're gonna do. This is gonna be so much better.
Shit.
Oh, what's that? Oh, I hope I'm having porn in the background.
Wiener dance does whatever the wiener dance does.
Decline.
Why does Mr. Peanut sell other peanuts to be eaten? That's what I don't understand. Like,
all right, do you guys see that? Do you guys see that?
It's fucked up, is what it is. It's perfect allegory for capitalism.
I'm gonna play it now.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay, here we go.
Welcome to Yonder, a wonderful development. It has all you'd need and all you'd want. Number 9. Number 9 is not a starter home. This house is forever.
Lee for a boy?
Do you have children?
No. It's not exactly what we're looking for. That guy was so strange.
Yeah. Wait. No, I don't think this is the right way.
Yeah, this is the way we came in.
Number 9 again. Did we just do some kind of loop?
How have we just...
Want me to drive?
Such a jerk.
Because I think this is not possible. We can't make turns like this over and over.
We have gone this way, Tom.
Nightmare.
Hello?
We're gonna get a copyright hit on this part, by the way, but it's worth it. It's good. Good trailer.
What's happening? Maybe they'll let us go.
What if they don't come? What are we supposed to do? Should we just sit here and we wait to die?
Huh.
It's a boy.
Give a little time for the child within you. Don't be afraid to be young and free. Run to the locks and throw away the
I would be down to do a whole show based off this. It was really good. I enjoyed it.
Was a home.
You are home.
Huh. Yeah, I'm on board on this.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm on
Must be a
board.
watch party.
Yeah, let's watch it together.
Crossover's dope too.
Yeah, exactly.
What the shit? That
Yes.
baby out of that box, that's how I feel every day when I wake up. It's like... out of
Yeah. That looks cray-cray. I'm all about
it's
that.
really, really freaking good. And it was just like we sat there, and when you're done with it, you're having this, like, what does this mean? What is the story? Like, what is this about? And I think there's all kinds of stuff. There isn't any one thing. It's living in the suburbs, giving up your dreams to just reach the status quo, raising a child with disabilities. It's
controversial.
It's really fucking good. Anyways,
that sounds great.
Yeah, watch it.
Cool. I'm intrigued.
Real life.
I'm intrigued, as I used to read that word when I was a little boy.
Okay.
I'm very intrigued. So, to go back a moment, would anyone like to volunteer a real life horror story that you either experienced or know of someone who experienced? Something that's scary. But yeah, I guess.
Should I tell my red rum story? You guys know that one, right?
No.
Go with the red rum.
Okay, so I was working for Satan, aka Rupert Murdoch, and I was depressed on a Thursday afternoon at like 3:00. And you know how sometimes when you're at work and it gets to that like tea time just before you leave at 5, and you start to like literally lose your mind a little bit. You're like, I can do this. I just have to keep pressing. Anyway, I'm like, I'll make a tea. I'll go to the loo. I'll do a reset. I'll come back. I'll smash out the last 2 hours. I'll go home. While I'm in the toilet, I have this kind of like lipstick in my pocket. And I was like, it would be funny if I just wrote like red rum on the mirror. And I don't know why. I was like, yeah, that'd be funny. If someone sees it, it's like easy to clean off because it's lipstick on a mirror, and someone will probably get a chuckle, and that's it. So I go and sit back at my desk, and I'm working away, and like 15 minutes later, fucking security running, like sprinting through the building, walkie-talkies going, and I'm like, so we like have DMs with each other, and I'm like, what's going on? And someone's like, oh, there was an intruder in the building and she left a message on the mirror that was really threatening. This is just after the Charlie Hebdo bombing, so everyone's really high alert. It's like probably not the best time to make a fucking prank in the bathroom. Anyway, turns out some chick from the call center went in after me, didn't see me write the message, but decided to like tell a story about this girl all dressed in black that wasn't supposed to be there, didn't have a badge, left a thing on the, and security just went nuts, like searched the whole building top to bottom, and I'm sitting there pretending to work, sweating bullets, like I'm an employee not breaking the law.
This is when I go to prison. Did you go through like a phase where you were like trying to think of like why prison probably won't be that bad? That's the kind of stuff I do.
I was sitting there going, how much trouble will I actually get in for this? Am I going to be arrested? Like, all that stupid shit that runs through your brain, and no one ever found out it was me.
Nice.
So,
until they watch this stream.
Until now.
I don't know if you know, but millions of people watch the show, and I don't.
That's
think,
right.
One thing that Australia is famous for is they don't have any statutes of limitations.
That's right.
You can get prosecuted.
Oh shit! The cops are here. Gotta go.
1854. This is a famous thing that everybody knows about Australia.
We got what we needed. Go in.
I have an embarrassing horror story at work.
Do it.
That happened to me. I was on a company-wide IT phone call, had my headset on, and then I got a phone call on my mobile. I didn't mute my headset, walked away from my computer, and had a job interview for another job on the phone while on this national call, and everybody heard it. I was talking about my salary expectations. I was talking about why I wanted to leave my job.
Oh my God.
And everyone was trying to DM me going, mute your phone. I was just having a chat on my phone, and then I came back and I was like, oh my God. And I had to have a chat with my boss afterwards, and at least it was for another internal position.
Right.
It wasn't for an external position, but it was still extremely embarrassing.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. Did you talk shit about the boss that you?
And I didn't get the other job either. So.
Did you keep the job you had at least?
What's that? Sorry.
Did you keep the other job you had?
I kept the job, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I talked my way into keeping it.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's better than fucking taking a deuce by accident on a Zoom call. Like we've seen so many employees do these days working from home where they just like take the laptop with them to the bathroom and then go. And you're like, no! No!
We have WebEx meetings, and sometimes they're meetings that I'm not a part of at all. And so I'll turn the meeting on and go about my life, just listening for my name. And yeah, I've done all kinds of things. I've definitely pooped while that's happening.
I have
it can very easily go bad.
I have such a fear of that happening that even when I'm not recording or anything, and so like I have my mic, it's always muted. You know, like part of it's like FBI NSA-ish, like where I'm getting like kind of preppery. I'm like, you could probably hear me, so I mute it as if I'm not walking around with a microphone in my pocket at all times.
Always on.
I put tape over cameras when they're not in use because I've read so many stories.
You know, they actually sell a if you go on Amazon, and it's a little sticker thing. You put it over and it's a slide window. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Cool. Yeah.
But, if someone got a hold of footage from my computer of me doing something inappropriate,
masturbating,
yeah, and they were like, pay us $5,000 or we're gonna release this on the internet and send it to all your friends and family, there would be no point where I'd even consider paying them. Immediately, I'd be like,
none.
I'd be like, just fucking do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah.
People need to see it.
Yeah.
I don't care. No one's gonna be mad at me for masturbating, and if they are, who cares? You know what I mean? So
that's the kind of stuff that I have to wonder about. Like what kind of lives are these people living to where anything? Like I can't think of anything that like, and if it is, then I deserve it in any way. I guess if it's that bad. I'm talking about like personally. There's nothing in my personal life that someone could catch me doing to where I'd be like, I have to whatever. You know what I mean? I'm like,
I have to pay the ransom. I have to pay the blackmail.
I can't say that.
I go full
there is too much
in public. I mean, in public, in private. Like I pick my nose, I scratch my butt. I don't want people to see that shit.
Yeah, but I wouldn't pay money. Yeah, you're right. No. I'm a flick the booger out the window kind of guy. I don't want. If I'm driving down the road, I might be like 2 knuckles in trying to get one. I don't want to be on camera doing that shit. But if somebody were to be like, "Hey, we saw you pick a winner, and we saw you flick it on the floor."
If I ate it, which I would never do, but if I ate it, I would pay to have that not publicized. I don't want to be Bobby. I don't want to be Bobby Booger Eater. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't care.
I don't think that'd ever go away.
I wouldn't care. I'd be like, you know what I mean? Who's that one? There's a woman, a conservative woman who shit herself. She's the one who goes around different campuses, and there was one she got famous for walking around.
Ann Coulter?
No. She's like 24 or something. She was walking around with a rifle just to get to go viral.
Tommy Lahren?
No. Anyways, I this particular person, she's pretty big on YouTube, shit herself at a party, and because she got so drunk, and so they always call her poo poo pants something, whatever her name is. And I'm gonna tell you something, it did not hurt her popularity. Like people make fun of her, but she's still making bank on YouTube. So I'm like, hey,
nothing's that embarrassing.
Yeah.
We do have some horror stories in the chat.
Yes.
Aramis, my horror story. I found an online community called I Freaking Love Comics. Haven't been the same since. That is terrible. I empathize.
Yeah.
Ace, horror story time. When I worked at McDonald's, I had 6 Karens back to back.
Oh my God. Yeah, this is a family.
How do you survive that? Did they all combine forces and become like a mech Karen?
Yes. Mecha Karen, yeah.
Mecha Karen.
Another one. One morning, I woke up and this is also from Ace. One morning, I woke up and found that the entire basement I lived in was flooded. After the initial freakout, I checked on my comics and realized my signed Batman number 567 and custom hack slash sketch were destroyed by a septic backup. Truly terrible. Oh.
Okay.
Is that your worst nightmare, Glynis, as a collector? Like, do you ever have dreams about like fire just consuming all your comics?
Actually, no. Like my most reoccurring nightmare is that I don't feed my pets and they starve.
So check this out.
I have the reverse where I die alone in my apartment and they eat me, like a Bridget Jones situation.
I would hope that happens. I would hope.
Seems like a Stephen King movie novel.
Oh yeah.
I hope that happens. So. If I ever die in a house alone and my pets are there, I'm like, eat me. I am your sustenance.
Until you're gone.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already dead.
So instead of one of those "do not resuscitate" tattoos, you've got "let my pets eat me" on your chest.
Exactly. Like if they've already started, I want to be a part of them. It's good to go.
Coco's a picky eater, so I feel like she would eat me a little bit on day one, but once I started to smell, I don't think she would continue eating me.
Yeah, well,
she's too much of a princess.
Which part would she eat first?
I don't know. Probably my earlobes. I feel like those are nice and
fleshy,
soft.
Yeah,
you know, like
so specific.
Valuable.
My earlobes, my lips, and my asshole. She's also a fan.
Yeah, it depends. Did you die coming out of?
Yeah.
Did
Basically,
you die
I'd be a
coming
hot
out
dog for her.
of the shower? Are you naked? Because I'm telling you right now, animals like soft, fleshy parts. And look, we're just gonna say it. Your animals will eat your penis and balls first.
I'm gonna have rigor mordic.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude.
All right, that's the end of our show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, wash your hands.
Rigor mordic.
Don't forget.
That is a good porn name.
I thought so.
Yeah, good call.
Except you probably only have to do necrophilia. I'm sorry. It just kind of slots you into that niche.
It really pigeonholes you into that particular fetish.
Well, that's great because you can corner the market, you know.
That's Glenn, do you have any real life horror stories?
For everyone. What is it? Rule 40 something of the internet.
Yeah.
Rule 34.
Rule 34.
32, I think.
Rule 34.
34, that's the one. Yeah.
Hey, Glenn, do you have any real life horror stories?
We all know it. We all know the rule.
Do you have any real life horror stories?
Glennis, real life horror story.
Jesus Christ.
I think Robo knows this one, actually. So this one time, I'm a younger sibling, and my sister was in college, so I decided to go through her room to try and find, like, blackmail. And I found a VHS tape that had no label, and I was like, oh my god, I bet it's a sex tape, I should watch it, because I didn't think that through. So I put it on, and it wasn't. It was just like all these weird black and white images. It was like a minute long, whatever. So I put it back, didn't think about it. And about like 3 days later, I rented The Ring, and it was the fucking tape from The Ring.
Yeah.
Oh!
That's so good.
And for the next like 3 days, I was just in a constant panic attack. Like I was 100% sure I was gonna die.
Yeah.
Like that was just terrible.
That movie.
So, I never snooped again, so that actually had like a really good ending.
The lesson, kids, is don't snoop.
That's right.
It was the best. Like, and I don't think I've actually ever. If my sister is watching this was probably the first time she's finding out.
Oh shit! Dropping bombs. Happy Halloween.
That's so awesome.
I mean, that's better than finding porn.
I really.
In retrospect, yeah, like thinking I was gonna die is better than watching.
At the time,
it definitely makes for a better story. Yes, 100%.
For the moment that you thought you were gonna die, did you develop a new appreciation for being alive? People say that happens.
I did.
Oh, well, that's good. I can see your cat's butthole, by the way, and it's a little unsettling.
You know, you can buy a little gem that just kind of sticks over their butthole.
Oh, the jewel, the butt
the jewel, yeah, the butt jewel.
Like a butt plug for cats.
Coco would pull my jugular in my sleep if I made her wear something like that.
Yeah, I know.
Well, he's got to go.
I didn't really understand.
End up with it in your mouth, I think.
I didn't really understand the mechanics of it because it's like because of the whole litter box, I don't know when my cat's gonna go poop. So that's the thing. Like, people who buy that, are you just following them around? Is there like how do you know when to go take it off?
It's for special occasions. It's got to be for special occasions.
So there's apparently a product that is like doggy bags that attach to your dog's tail that collects their poop when they actually go poop.
Yeah.
And then you can just
the middleman.
pull the bag like off its butt.
That's right. You put it on when you go walk them. Yeah.
So I don't know if this is a horror story, but I did scare the shit out of someone once.
Literally, I hope.
When I was
since we're talking about poop.
well, so when I was 17 or 18, I can't remember. Me and my friend CJ, we were driving, and I was in the driver's seat, he was in the passenger seat, and then there's this girl Katie who lived in our hometown sitting in the back. And I think we were either going from one friend's house to another, or we were going back home or something. But we were driving, and I'm driving, and I just kind of casually, I was like, at first I wasn't even trying to scare anybody. I was just making conversation. I was like, CJ, if we just went into one of these houses and stabbed the people while they were sleeping and left, there's a good chance they would never find out it was us. There's no motive.
That's right.
There's nothing connecting us to the crime.
Yep.
We walk as long as they don't have cameras, we walk in, we stab them in the neck, and then leave. We stab them with their own knife, leave the weapon there, use like a paper towel for no prints, and then just leave. There's a good chance they would never, ever find us. And CJ was like, yeah, I think that's actually, yeah, I think we could pull that off. We just have to make sure there was no cameras. And, yeah, I mean, I think we could do it. And I was like, yeah, it could be like one of these houses here where the garage is open and people are asleep. And the whole time Katie's listening to us and she's like dead silent. And CJ was like, yeah, dude, what about that house right there? And I was like, all right, man, we're fucking doing it. And I started to pull into their driveway. And as I started to pull into their driveway, Katie goes, guys, no! Like, she was 100%. She was in it. She was like, guys, no, don't! We were like, we just died.
Oh, fuck.
It's funny.
Phantom had a reaction to that. She's like, what?
I'm scared, Phantom.
So this whole time. This whole time, I was looking for this bad boy. I've showed it before. I'm just showing it again. Look at that. Look at the sprinkles.
COVID mask of some kind.
Oh yeah, the quarantine
yeah.
Ice Cream Man special. It's the sprinkles that do it for me. Where is it?
That's the rare. It's the one per shop.
There it is.
Right.
Those sprinkles. Yep. Every shop
that's
got
sick.
one. Okay.
I love that.
I'm sure it'll come out every now and then. Maybe next
Don't
week.
stop. Never stop holding it up.
I'm gonna have to head off. My phone's about to die, so doing it on my phone.
It was nice having you.
Thank you.
Lots of fun. That's been awesome. It's been good.
I wish I'd managed to get more Labyrinth quotes out of you while you were here. You have
Can we get
power
one?
over me.
Can we get one before you sign off?
It has to be by David Bowie.
My brain is so dead right now.
Nope.
Yeah,
you
what's
gotta
one
do it
that
before you
I'm
leave.
trying to remember? We need one for sign off.
Hang
on. Hang on, guys.
I know. You remind me of the babe.
There it is. Hey guys, don't forget to if you do watch Twitch stuff, check out homo_bunny with a Y. It's up there on the screen. And give her a follow.
Please.
Right,
See ya.
It's worth it.
Bye.
It's really good at it. Bye.
Alright, let's see. I'm gonna reorder these names here.
Glennis, you look so magical right now. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
you look like Whistler's mother, but with a cat. In a good way.
Which kitty is that?
This one is Lily. She's the newer of the kitties that lives with me. And
Are they shoulder cats that you've got?
what?
Are they all shoulder cats that you've got?
I mean, Martin tries, but he's big.
Is a shoulder cat?
She's
like
Lil,
as it
so it
sounds?
works.
Like they try to get on your shoulder,
Yeah, like a parrot.
like a lap.
I really
dog.
want
All right.
like a what?
Like a lap dog,
Curly
but a shoulder
cute
cat.
tail.
Yeah.
I gotcha. I thought it was like a kind of cat. I'm like, what's a shoulder cat? Are they small?
I mean, in my mind.
It's like the size of a shoulder. Okay.
Reed, what's your favorite? Oh no, go for it.
I was just gonna say she freaks out if I even pick her up. Like she's such an anxious cat, which makes me relate to her. Don't get me wrong, but I just can't. If I put her in any new environment, she's like, "Oh my god," and throws up, which is basically what I do.
So this part
Natural.
that we're gonna get into next, that Judah's gonna talk to us about, I'm kind of excited about. If you are a fan, or if you know a fan of like this '80s kind of like Leatherface, Jason, Freddy, bring them into the chat because we're gonna need some actual real knowledge here. For example, is Jason. This is something that me and Glynis have disagreed over in Facebook. But is Jason supernatural or not? You know, and so if you know the answer to that, then it'll help you in these next questions.
Jason is? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, but didn't you say he wasn't? Glynis? Was that you? Maybe I'm mistaking you for somebody else. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about though.
Glynis, wasn't that you who was saying that Jason is not supernatural?
No, I think I was the one that was
Freddy?
saying that Freddy wasn't a pedophile.
That's right.
Oh, that's what it was. That's right. That's right.
That's right.
But he totally is. Okay, so
You don't. So, the first one I have on there, and feel free to add some more as we continue. The first one I have is Pennywise versus Batman.
Pennywise.
Ooh, someone's done it. Wow, rule. What rule is that? Not if there's a team up, it's somewhere on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rule 33. But yeah, Pennywise
right
versus
next to Bart.
Batman. What do you guys
give it
think?
to Pennywise because Batman, like, he's so consumed by his fear and trauma.
That's right.
He tries to overcome it by embracing what he's most afraid of, right? So he, like, literally makes himself a Batman. But the problem with that is he never fully deals with it and resolves it. He just kind of puts on a mask to avoid dealing with it, I think. And that's why he becomes so, like, twisted and bitter. And you see these versions of older Batman where he's, like, really psychologically fucked. He just needs a therapist, but he won't go. He prefers beating up thugs.
Right.
It's such an interesting answer.
If
It's
he's
exactly
versing it,
yeah.
yeah, because it is like they rely on, like, your worst fears being served up to you right in front of your face, right? So, like, I'm imagining all this trauma that he hasn't dealt with is just being, and he has a mental breakdown. But maybe you agree or disagree. What do you think?
Well, so I agree that's exactly what I was thinking as well, as far as like the approach. But I came to the opposite conclusion that he's embroiled himself in his fears so much that he's almost immune to them.
Yep, I can see that.
It could go either way, but that's interesting.
But it's
interesting.
It's the how he expresses his trauma though over the last however many years, 75 years of Batman, that why I'm on my guess is more along the lines of what Ree said, and it's because he is used to it, but being used to your fear isn't the same as not having it. And so if he continues to embrace that, he's still traumatized and fucked up and brooding, and like you said, old man Batman is always still fucked up in the head. He never gets over it, ever. Yeah. Pennywise will capitalize on that and eat him.
I'm wondering what form does Pennywise take? Like a pearl necklace or
That's right. A gun.
Yeah, like,
literally just a regular ass 9mm gun laying on the floor and Batman's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Glynis? What do you think? Who would win?
I mean, Pennywise.
Yeah. 100%.
Okay. So 3 Pennywise, 1 Batman. It looks
If it was the Bat team versus Pennywise, I might give it to the Bat team. I think the entire way you beat Pennywise is, like, you need the love and affection of those around you.
And an order.
If it was even like Dick Grayson versus Pennywise, I think I'd give, or Tim. Yeah. I think both Dick or Tim would probably win, but I don't think Bruce could.
Yeah.
What about Jason Todd? Could Jason Todd take Pennywise?
No. Probably for the same reasons that Batman couldn't.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Fair.
I like this.
Not only do you need the team.
So if you're haunted by demons, then you're more susceptible to Pennywise than if you aren't, which I think definitely is a point towards Dick Grayson.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you
not
only do you need the team, you need the orgy. Just I want to make sure that was clear to everybody. So the Bat family's there, but they all have to fuck each other, and then you beat Pennywise. I don't make the rules.
What about the Joker versus Pennywise?
Oh, Joker, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't know if they would even fight.
Yeah, I think they'd probably team up.
Joker might remember in the book there, and I think in the movie too, the bully kid that gets possessed, influenced by Pennywise to kill the Losers Club.
Henry,
I feel like Joker might be the Henry Bauer of the of this story.
I don't think so. And the only reason why I disagree, and then we can go into the chat real quick. I know Ree's going to read something real quick, but the only reason why I'll disagree is because every single so that Bauer kid or the people he influences has like trauma. The bully is only a bully because of his
abusive ass dad or
right?
whatever.
But the Joker is literally just pure chaos. And if what's his face Pennywise wants to try to kill the Joker through fear, Joker's like, I'm literally a sociopath. Go fuck yourself. Like, you know
that's right. I have no feelings.
That's
right.
No feelings.
So Aramis is like, Bree, that's basically Scarecrow, which I can see too. I can see that.
Yes.
He knows how to face his fears due to Scarecrow. Yeah, I can see that.
All right.
Okay. Fair. So we're gonna move on. That was a good one. This is fun. That was a good one.
Yeah.
So now we got Jason versus Superman.
Whoa, Superman.
My impulse is to give it to Superman, but we also have to take into account the fact that Jason can't die. He can survive in space. He's basically unkillable. So
it becomes like a doomsday kind of situation at that point. So he can't die, but he can be set aside. You know what I mean? So I think what would happen is Superman. Would you shut up? Hey. That's the bird that Judah and I rescued, by the way.
Does your bird shut up when you yell at it? Is that really a thing?
Well,
or does it not give a 5 fucks?
He doesn't give a shit. I yell out of my own frustration, but if I put my hand close to the cage, then he like looks and he's like, "What are you doing, motherfucker?" And then "What are you doing, motherfucker?" that causes him to stop tripping for a second. But here's all Superman has to do: grab Jason and throw him hard as fuck in one direction in space, and Jason is now beat.
That's right. Oh, why is he muted? Is he muted for you?
Nah.
It's not like you can. He has no propulsion. You can't move in space without propulsion.
That's
so
right.
Jason is fucked once he's in space.
That's right.
Also, really dumb question because I read No Superman. I know he's bulletproof, but is he like machete proof?
Everything proof, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
There has to be.
Ace wants.
To have surgery, he has to have kryptonite coated blades to be able to do that, and it's like, yeah, it's crazy.
Yep.
It's boring.
Like, does Jason have access to kryptonite in this scenario?
No, so check this out. Here's how the story would go. Jason himself is just a mindless killing machine, right? What would have to happen is Lex Luthor makes sure that Jason is equipped appropriately, you know what I mean, without Jason really knowing it. He just picks up a nearby blade, and Lex Luthor's like,
Kryptonite blade, Jason fucks Superman up.
Yeah.
He just never stops coming. Never stops coming. Superman's like flying to different parts of the world, and eventually Jason gets there with his kryptonite blade.
Nobody laughed at never stops coming. That's cool. That's right.
I would have liked to have seen, like, because he's so water-based, Jason. You know what I mean? Like, it would be cool to see him versus Aquaman or something.
Oh.
Yeah, I can see that.
Cool.
Falls
he
into the
always
Mariana
comes up
Trench.
out of the lake, right? Yeah.
Is he a saltwater killer or a freshwater killer? I think he's a freshwater killer.
He died. He died in the water.
Yeah.
And he definitely can go in the water, but he's more of like a wood. He's definitely a land-based killer.
Yeah.
He's amphibious killer, but yeah.
But every time he jumps out of the water to grab somebody on the boat, it's always in slow motion. So I feel like Aquaman would just be like, just move out of the way. Like, why are you doing that in slow motion?
Yeah.
Right.
I would love to see, like, Jason versus shark. You know?
Sure.
Something cool like that.
I picture the shark swallows Jason, and then Jason bursts out of its side.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's rad.
Poor shark.
So that one, not as good. This is just self notes for the next time we do this. Not as good as Pennywise versus Batman, but still kind of fun to speculate on.
I liked it. Arama says, just throw Jason in the Phantom Zone. Ace says, I don't know, but can we get some Rule 34 Jason and Superman picks?
Yeah. Let me, I'll pull that up right now. Hold on a second.
Oh, okay. So Punisher, we got the Punisher versus Leatherface.
Ooh, I don't know. So is Leatherface the one from Texas Chainsaw?
Texas Chainsaw. Yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
What do you think, Glennis?
I have to give it to Punisher.
Yeah.
I think he's scarier, frankly.
Yeah.
Frankly,
Punisher is a horror character only for villains. Like he's got all the trappings of like Jason or any of those or Michael Myers, any of those unstoppable slashers. he's basically that, only his victims are bad guys. So it's kind of like especially the Garth Ennis Punisher Max run reads a lot like a horror book where it's like bad guys doing bad guy shit. Look up, Frank's there. You know what I mean?
Well, and I think for a lot of like bad guys, you have to be scared of them, and I don't see Frank Castle being scared of anyone.
Yeah.
No.
That's true.
Yeah, I think
and Leatherface is definitely one of those kind of like I don't think he's supernatural, and he has to like attack like wayward, broken down people who decide to pull off on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere. That would be laughable. That would be laughable to see him like he would just get bullets into his face and then he'd be dead.
Punisher gets his car breaks down and some friendly person is like, why don't you come over to our place? You can get your car fixed. We'll fix your car and we'll make you dinner. And Frank's like, yeah, okay. He gets there and he realizes that they're a bunch of bad guys and he's just like, sweet.
Like, yeah, he's like, oh, thank God. My favorite part about this picture, if you guys are seeing it, is Chucky. Chucky has a bullet coming out of his head. Jason is crawling between his legs, like trying to get away from the Punisher. I don't know how realistic this is, but one of my favorite things about it is what's right behind the Punisher. Like, Punisher is literally half a second from losing this fight, if you guys see who's behind Punisher.
I'm just ducking to the loo. I'll be back.
Are you going to go poop? Okay, bye.
Yeah, I got to poop.
I do want you back for this next one because it's a good one.
All right. Discuss politics while I'm gone. Bye.
All right. Fuck. Yeah. By the way.
So do you think Punisher would be a Whig or a Tory?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were interested in discussing
international politics. I guess the only politics that matter to you are American politics. Yeah.
I see. Actually, those are American politics. They're just American politics from the 1600s.
I thought you were saying some English shit from the UK or something. I don't fucking know.
Do you think Punisher would be a Federalist or an Anti-Federalist? I would say Anti-Federalist.
Would he be for Brexit or not for Brexit? I don't think he'd give a shit about most of these things. Like, you ask him like deep political questions, and he's like, "I don't know, but I know my wife was murdered. I'm gonna find who did it."
Cool. While Rhea is squeezing out a deuce, I've been reading some pretty good comic books lately.
Okay.
A lot of stuff that I've been reading that I really like. I'm still doing the Valiant stuff, and then I just read. I just finished reading the Ultimates, which is like the Earth 616 Ultimates by Al Ewing.
Yeah.
That is the most cosmic shit ever. It's like if you finish Jonathan Hickman's run on Avengers and you finish Secret Wars and you just want more of that high concept cosmic shit, definitely recommend the Ultimates. It's pretty dope.
Yeah. Well, let's see what came in the. I don't know how much of these are actually from this past Wednesday. I did pick up Neil Gaiman's Norse mythology.
Ooh, nice. That's a real book, right?
It's a real book. It is.
Wow.
It's a prose
no
novel.
pictures.
Rather.
Oh, nice.
Rather. I got Chadwick Boseman's Rest in Power editions from Marvel. I was gonna get the other one. I know you. Did I get it?
I got it. Hold on. Yeah, I got the Todd McFarlane, Chadwick Boseman Spawn variant cover, I
was gonna get it, but then I decided not to. This stuff will actually go towards Chadwick Boseman's estate, right? So the money he's supposed to make will go towards his estate. So that actually
is. So as far as like honoring someone after they die, but keeping the profit, is that like in the short term, it's distasteful, or is it forever distasteful?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't have the answers to life, but I know that putting it out, I think a lot of people say, well, we don't know what he did with the money. I'm like, well, then I feel like he should let you know. Like that should be a thing. Yeah. I
don't know what he did with the money. It's more like I don't know. He's gonna sell Spawn comics anyway. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna sell. Spawn does very well. It always sells.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know if he did. If the
what...
intent was marketing, or if the intent was, well, I'm making this Spawn comic, might as well do something for Chadwick, since I like Chadwick.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty. I think, oh, man, I love this cover right here. This is great. What a great cover. Which actually, she's back. I said, what a great cover, and this was an accident. What's the next verses?
Oh, okay. Hey, Ree. Freddy versus Ileana Rasputin.
That was an accident. That's cool.
Oh, that's an interesting one. I don't know. What did you have you guys answered that one yet?
No, but I would definitely give it to Magic.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Go ahead, say why.
Yeah.
Are you talking to me?
No, he said I would give it to Magic. So why?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, why? So she can fight. She's well versed in the plane of existence that Freddy is most strong in, the whatever magical dream realm. That's like her bread and butter. I mean, she goes to limbo. She's completely 100% pure demon. So I feel, and she's got a big fucking sword. So she's got a soul sword. So I figure, you watch Dream Warriors. I think, what was that? The third Nightmare on Elm Street, where if you're in the dream with Freddy, you can conjure up whatever you want and fight him with it. Right. Like there's that one nerdy kid who's like, I'm a wizard, and it works. Yeah. It works. Like if I was in that, I always think about what I would do if I was in that movie and I'm in the dream with Freddy and I can just be whatever I want. I'd be like, I'm a guy with a minigun.
Yeah.
That's actually how I come in real life. I'm a wizard.
So, I mean, Ileana is like that to the 10th power. She's like literally, she can conjure this massive sword. Freddy would be shitting his pants. He would never give anyone else a Nightmare on Elm Street again. He would literally resign after facing Ileana Rasputin. So that's kind of where I'm coming from. Is there any argument for Freddy?
This is not
how do you think Freddy would go versus Buffy? I want to know.
Ooh, that's...
Before we move on to that, Polly says, it really depends on when you take Ileana in this scenario. She's not the most stable throughout her history. Yeah, and that's kind of the whole thing with Freddy, right? Is he can fuck you up until you've like gathered yourself and get in control. If she's not in control, then maybe he can take advantage of that.
That's right. That's true.
Like before she became Magic, when she was just Peter's little sister, then yeah, definitely he would kill her. He would definitely kill her. I agree. So definitely has to be the right time.
Are you in agreement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
We should let's talk about the pedophile thing, because my understanding of Freddy, and correct me if I'm wrong, is like that was introduced much later in some of the one of the later films.
Wait, what is it?
I think it's Dream Warriors.
Yeah, like Freddy being
no
kitty toucher.
In the first film, when spoiler alert, you should go watch change it now if you haven't seen the movie. Just kidding. When you find out that the alcoholic mother was the one who killed Freddy in the basement by the boiler, she says why they killed him, why the townspeople killed him, and it's because he was in the movie he was killing children.
I mean, I wouldn't trust a mob of townspeople. Like, look at Beauty and the Beast with a mob of townspeople, right?
I think so. Based on whatever serial killer stuff I've read and watched, which is pretty considerable. I used to have a big book of serial killers, and I read Helter Skelter about Charles Manson, and I've read. I watch a lot of the shows like The Mind of a Killer on Netflix and stuff. Seems like the vast majority, not all, but the majority of compulsive serial killing is sexual in nature. Like most serial killers,
sexual or power.
Sexual or power.
Yeah, but results in sexual abuse all the same, for sure.
Right. There's a certain element of sexual gratification to most of that stuff. Like Ted Bundy It was all about it was sexual desire to kill. So when you put that into context, even if they say, "Oh, Freddy, he was just killing the kids," why was he killing the kids? He was a psychopath. You know what I mean? He was a serial killer.
I mean,
you know, I could see. So if I was
That's
a
fair. That's a good
serial
point,
anything, when it comes to children, I think if I was a serial anything, I would be a serial like Spartan kicker of kids. Like I think, like I would just kind of walk around the mall and just. So at my vet. I dropped off my dog, and they do this like curbside contactless thing, right? So you have to talk to them. The doctor will talk to you on the phone. They come out to your car. They take the dog in, so you don't go in. I'm watching this lady and her kids, and she's already annoyed me because there's this like virtue signaling thing that conservatives do where they refuse to cover their nose with the thing. Like, I'm going to wear a mask, but I'm going to wear it wrong on purpose. I'm going to show you guys because no one's going to say shit. And so she's already doing that thing, and I could be wrong. She could just be being lazy. But in my head, this is the person I've created because I'm in my car. I didn't meet her. And then her kids are, like, running up and down the sidewalk. And, okay, so, like, well, that's what kids do. They're expending energy. I'm like, no. But then they're stopping at all the little, signs that the vet has in front, and they're, like, knocking them down, and then the mom goes up and, like, not correcting them at all. Just picks the sign back up, and the little kids are, like, banging on shit. And I'm like...
Where's Freddy?
Right, where is Freddy? 1. 2, if I didn't go to jail, I would Spartan kick that one. Right there. Like, I feel like the little sister's doing it only because of that little shit there. I would Spartan kick him, and then they would be good for the rest of their life.
You see some kids, and you just know these are not future worthwhile adults.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
100%.
But they could one day become the president of the United States. So you never know.
I mean, that's a low bar right now.
If there's one. Oh, yeah, go for it.
I wanted to jump on what you were saying before, Judah, because you were talking about types of killers, and obviously I'm super into true crime. There are, like, 4 types of killers that the FBI reckons exist, right? And this is, like,
I'll be right back.
specifically serial killers, I think. So you've got, like, thrill seekers. What's the other one? Like, visionary. That's, like, religious, I think. Mission-oriented, so, like, hitmen. And then power and control. So they're the, like, 4 main that they've seen in serial killing. And obviously you've got, like, some that get sexual pleasure and some that don't.
Does the sexual pleasure transcend all 4 of those?
I think, yeah, you can have it in some, and some don't have it in others. Like, do you ever get sexual gratification out of doing a good job?
No.
What kind of job?
That's right. Like, if you're a mission-oriented hitman killer, you either do or you don't. Some people would and some people wouldn't. Yeah. I think that's just I mean, obviously I'm not a cop, like a psychologist. This is just me listening to true crime.
Okay.
But
say everything you just said. Say it over again. No, I'm just kidding.
Serial killers, they're cool and interesting. Keep making those, America.
All right. Okay, I can see that.
Do we have the best ones?
No, you don't.
Who's got the best serial killers?
Probably.
It's got to be Russia.
Europe and Japan.
Japan has good ones?
Really?
Ooh. Who's the best Japanese one that I should look into?
That one I was talking to you before about, so they did the Tokyo Sarin bombings in 95. Yeah, and I can't remember the dude's name because he changed his own name, but he, like, created this entire cult, and he did no actual, it was kind of Marilyn Manson. He did no actual killing himself, but he had all these other people do gas attacks.
Was there a movie about it where the movie starts off with a bunch of girls jumping in front of a train?
Ooh, I don't know. I haven't seen that one.
There's possibly? This. Oh man, I'm so mad that I can't remember the name of it. There's this Japanese movie I watched years ago, and it's scary. It's a creepy movie, but it is the first shot of the movie is just a train station and a bunch of girls dressed identically walk up to the tracks, and they all at the same time jump in front of a train, and it's like gruesome, blood sprays everywhere, and that's the beginning of the movie.
It's amazing. So the dude's name is Shoko Asahara, and the cult was Om Shinrikyo. That's what they were called. And they had 30,000 members, and it's funny you mention the Russians because 20,000 of their members were Russian, and they were all like nuclear engineers and scientists and stuff because this dude's ultimate dream was to have a nuclear weapon.
Interesting.
Fascinating. Yeah, he was a real anime fan. He was like, if he could have been one of us if he didn't go off the fucking rails. He loved like the idea of mechs and I don't know, cool shit in cartoons, and he tried to make that real, but in like the deadliest, most villainous fashion.
So when it comes to which place has the most has the best, I guess, serial killers, it's a little something I learned about. Have you all heard about Florida Man? Right, Florida Man did this. Florida Man, the headlines, right?
Yep.
There's a reason why those headlines exist, and it's because Florida public information laws are one of the most lax in the United States, and so people can get anything. Like the press there, like any arrest record, anything, like they just can get it all, right? And then other people have, maybe other states are more strict, and so if you zoom out based off all the countries on the planet, I bet you there's some shit out there that we have no fucking clue about. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what is like the worst serial killer incident cult of China? Who knows? Because they're not gonna let that shit fucking into the media. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
like
that's right.
So I think the freer your press is, the more information you're gonna get about that kind of stuff, and it makes you wonder what else is really.
I have a terrifying statistic for you Americans. Do you want to guess the estimate of active serial killers right now?
Mm-mm.
In the U.S.? Just the U.S.
Like how many? Like count?
Yep.
I'm gonna guess over 1,000.
Yeah, I was gonna say something like 1,800.
Yep, you're close. More than 2,000.
But there's also
that's what they estimate.
There's 320 million people in the country though, so I'm like, you're fine. Odds are in our favor.
Just don't. Oh, is Judah muted again?
Yeah.
I guess forensics have gotten better, and they're not getting away with as many body count. Like, I mean, I'm always like, the body count matters to me. So whenever I hear about a serial killer and it's like, yes, he killed 3 people, I'm like, 3 shmee.
Well,
you know what I mean?
What about bloody Golden State Killer? They only found him in the last 2 years, and he fucking killed and assaulted hundreds of people, and it's because he was a cop. How many do you think are cops that are just getting covered up by?
Yes.
Oh, I bet.
Here's the thing, and and we'll go into like final words here, but what was I gonna say? It goes back to that conversation you were saying before about how you were scaring your friend about motive and stuff like that. No matter how good the forensics are, you still have to have some sort of connection, because you can't just sit there. The database isn't everyone in the country. The database is people who have been arrested before. So
if you walked into a stranger's house, stabbed them, and then left, there's a very, very good chance that they would never connect you to the crime in any way.
They still don't know who the Zodiac Killer is. Like, we can have the best technology.
It's Ted Cruz.
I mean, they still. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase. They still have not been able to pin the Zodiac killings on Ted Cruz, and we all know it's him. So, anyways, all right. I think we're good. I think we're good, guys. Before we end this and say our goodbyes, please minimize.
Ace wants me to stop playing with my meat.
And go ahead and give a quick like. I know that, especially on your phone, the chat kind of covers that up. Don't forget to give us a like, and if you're not subscribed, also share us with your friends, because I know we love the people who watch us, but we want even more people to watch us. So share that link out there with people, and then come have fun in the chat.
Look at what these boys and Glynis have done for your entertainment this Halloween day. This amazing costume setup. I'm so impressed.
What
you can only expect more quality
shirt,
entertainment like that.
I see the flannel. Are you dressed up as something?
Yeah, I had layers, but you missed that part. So I was like Dexter, and then I was Butcher, and then I was Office.
Oh, very nice. Office.
So I was trying
the Office.
Just the Office, yeah.
Are you going as the TV building, show? So. Yep, I am the TV show.
I'm the show, The Office.
All right,
Ace says, share with your friends, but you all are my friends. Share with your. First of all, second of all, share with maybe your other friends.
Share with your relatives.
Share with complete fucking
your relatives.
Share with strangers.
Yeah.
Your colleagues, coworkers.
Hey, find us
people.
On Facebook.
People on the subway.
I'll give the same. plug. Respawn. One word. RHISPAWN. IFLC. Find her on Twitch. The Robo Strange. I'm going to start streaming here in a couple months. You can follow me now. And then one day, out of the blue, because you will have forgotten, you're going to see the Robo Strange has gone live. And you're going to go, oh, he finally fucking did it.
By the way, I've managed to catch maybe like one live from Robo, which was a whimsical live out of the blue. And it was one of the funniest things I've ever fucking seen. To be fair, I was like I am now, just super stoned. But it was great. It was great content because your reactions to everything are so fucking stellar. I don't know what it is. You're so personable. You're fun to watch.
So give us a follow. And I think that's it. Do you have any final words, Glynis? Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, last words.
Last words. It's all you. It's all on you, Glynis.
Oh, last words.
Yeah.
Kerfluffle.
That's one word.
I like
it. Bamboozled.
Kerfuffle and bamboozled.
Soup.
And soup.
I think that's it.
That's the code word.
Kerfuffle.
The nuke start going off.
Bamboozle.
That's the code word. Hold on a second. Ready for orders, comrade.
What sound is this?
God damn it.
Yeah, hold on. There it is. That's the thing.
My last words are, it's a great time to come out, especially if you're a werewolf, because it's a full moon.
Hell yeah.
How's that? Yeah. Is that spooky enough for Halloween?
Samhain. Samhain.
Samhain.
Samhain.
Yeah, chat. How do you pronounce Samhain? Is it Samhain?
How do you pronounce Samhain? What she said was, how do you pronounce Samhain?
Hot digging it down.
Well, goddamn.
Sounds like the kind of guy that you have to like, good nature, like toss good natured insults at when you meet him. Like, oh, Samhain, you son of a bitch. Good to see you, you old bastard.
You
only
son of a
bitch.
If it comes from the Samhain region of France.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Samhain, you old son of a bitch.
This is the longest closing we have ever had, guys. Goodbye, and
it's
we love
you. Have someone from the Midwest. It takes like 15 minutes to say goodbye here.
All right, see ya. Right. See ya. All right, you take care. Hope we see you.
Sorry.
Oop. All right. See ya.
Peace out.
Thank you for watching IFLC. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell, and be free. Follow our links and watch our show because you want to and not because of the threats. Thank you for watching Judah, Robo, and Ree. We talk about comics, movies, and TV. Sometimes we have notable guests and sometimes it's just us, but we're also cool.